as the Ghana Cocoa Board races against time to rethink its financing scheme in cocoa purchases, some farmers in the Ashanti region are contemplating smuggling the beans to neighboring countries and selling off their land to illegal miners. For 3 months now, the farmers have eagerly awaited payments for the bags of cocoa beans they sold to the Cocoa Board through licensed cocoa buying companies. Their regular visits to the local purchasing companies for their money have proven futile, throwing many of them into a real struggle in fending for themselves and family. Emmanuel Baikweku traveled to Kofiase and small cocoa farming community in the Ashanti region and our reports.
David Berko and his wife come through their parcel of cocoa farm in the Kofiase community of the Ashanti region in desperate search for ripe cocoa pods. After hours of frantic search, they collect a basket of the pods and head to their thatched house sitting in the middle of the deep cocoa plantation. This has been their source of livelihood for nearly 3 decades. But the past few months have been unprecedentedly difficult. Times are hard now. We used the initial payment to settle our labors. Because I have no money, I told my son to stay home from school.
2 days school school. It's coming be no more. When I'm not going to school,
For 3 months now, the couple have not received any funds for the cocoa beans they supplied to the local license buying company. Requesting money due them has become a daily struggle, throwing them into untoward hardship. Yesterday we ate ampesi. This morning, we have no cash on us for food. The purchasing clerk told us to come for the money, but when my husband went there, he told me there isn't any now. We have been chasing the money since.
Amen.
Few meters away from David's abode, I meet Shaibu, also a cocoa farmer. His story isn't any different. We are suffering. We have no money. I thought you had come here to give me money. My wife has left me alone in the bush to cater for our children. This has been the plight of many cocoa farmers across the country. After receiving October payments, funds for all the harvests they made from November to date have not been paid. The joy that erupted after the government increased cocoa prices has been short-lived. This government cares less about the cocoa sector. We've never been in this situation before. Government in October 2025 set its farm gate price at 58,000 cedis per metric ton, selling at approximately 3,228 cedis per 64 kilogram. The price adjustment came with a new cocoa financing regime. The Cocoa Board announced no syndicated loans were secured for the 2025-2026 crop season. Randy Abe is the CEO of the Cocoa Board.
Previous year, the thing delayed to 22nd December. Never happened before. And we didn't even get what we wanted and had to go to Ministry of Finance for some $70 million or something, which is also a debt, to be able to do the financing of the cocoa. So we were in troubled waters. So the buyers agreed to then finance the crop so that they will be able to retrieve those low price contracts now, whilst they can also buy a bit of this. However, as I speak, Ministry of Finance, we are looking at a financing model.
Another one?
Yes, we are looking at a financing model moving beyond 25-26.
The reworked cocoa financing system saw farmers sell beans to licensed buying companies, which then sell to the Cocoa Board, and through its marketing arm, Cocoa Board sells the cocoa to international buyers. The arrears have seen many licensed buying companies operating under Cocoa Board halt purchases. Kojo Edubofo is a purchasing clerk for Olam at a corner.
Number 2, yasa credit cocoa ni bi wo company nchen akwakodu officer or say farmers in
the money isn't coming. We've credited some bags of cocoa beans, which we expect payments are made for them. The LBCs have informed us not to take any cocoa again.
And they say free office and as a government companies,
Data from the Bank of Ghana indicates cocoa traded at approximately $58,000 per ton on the global markets as of December 2025, declining from over $11,000 at the beginning of this year. Industry sources say the recent decline in international prices has made it difficult for Cocoa Board to secure advance payments from traders, forcing the central bank to step in to provide funding. Professor Robert Edu is an agriculture economist at the KNUST.
It's difficult to understand how they are going to manage things because, see, wanting to get the most from the international market is good, but I think that it doesn't have to be done by sacrificing the welfare of the farmer. We must find a way to raise internal funds to pay the farmer off. If it continues this way, it means that the light crop that is going to come, many farmers will rather prefer to cross the border.
While some farmers find alternative farming to support their families, others are contemplating smuggling and selling off their lands to illegal miners. The government is now focusing on gold, and if that's the case, then I won't sell my land to illegal miners to get the money due me. I will also smuggle. If my child is sent home for owing fees, I'll go back to the school and inform them the government owes me. Sources indicate that Cocoa Board is rethinking its financing strategy as large amounts of cocoa beans pile up in farms, putting investments at serious risk.
I do not know how much government has raked in from the gold projects that it is doing. So far it appears the economy is running on the gold process. And so if they could also use part of the process to pay cocoa farmers, it will help. In the past, Ghana has survived on the inflows from cocoa. So at this point when Ghana is not ready to sell or is not getting enough immediately, I think that they need to also find alternative ways of sorting out the cocoa farmer.
Someone brought me 2 kilos of cocoa. I couldn't buy them. But one question lingers on the minds of the cocoa farmers as they harvest the beans. Who will buy them after drying?
So, cocoa farmers are really anxious for respite. They go through a lot of drudgery to give us some of the golden beans that we export to our countries. But in the past months, it has been a Herculean tax and economic woes for most of them living, especially in our rural communities. And they are anxious for government intervention, an immediate one, of course. From here at Kofiase in the Ashanti region for Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku.